Well, I myself, I'm the product of residential school. Both of my parents, my mother and my father, have attended residential school.
So after residential school, oh my goodness, I was a mess. I had no culture to speak of.
But my mom was, because, attending residential school was impacted terribly. She didn't have those basic life skills.
I was lost. I was so lost, so hurting. I didn't know who I was. I was so lost, eh?
My brother takes care of my mother and takes care of my auntie. Talking about culturally appropriate, our systems of governance and how we took care of our people as First Nations. We took in, we didn't put people in old folks home.
I got to a point where I was like, I talked with my wife and I said to her, I want Mom to move in with us, I want her to come in here. I want to give back to her. I want her not to worry about bills. I want her not to worry about anything. I want to, my mom has seen me through my darkest days. She's my best friend. My mom has seen me through my darkest days, and now she'll see me through my best. I give everything to that. I never realized what I was doing that was honestly part of our way of life, about how we traditionally did that. I never knew about that.
At first I thought, oh my God, I'm in my daughter-in-law's house, and I thought, but then they're so loving and accepting.
If she didn't stay here and went into an old folks home, I feel that there's a connection that will be lost with her, that family and love and that connection will deteriorate her very, very fast. And when you lose that connection, you lose yourself in there.
We took in our elderly, our parents, and then our parents took care of, their grandchildren, raised them. They had so much wealth of knowledge. She says, yeah, I want to come too. I'm like, what? You want to participate in this ceremony? And it was like this aha kind of, and then something came out of me and said, yeah, of course. So she attended these sweat lodges and then the sun dance, and it was just, she's just like in awe.
A lot of people still up north don't want to go anything to do with the sweat and that. The old messages of Catholicism is so ingrained, eh? I don't know. You gotta have support. You gotta have real strong support.
So we sweat, obviously, but we sweat from within. Our heart accelerates, and through the acceleration of the heart, then the body perspires and it releases toxins. We do sweat these toxins, but the help that we get, like I said, the help is spiritual, it's physical, also emotional, because if we're courageous enough to allow those tears, maybe tears of sadness, tears of joy, to allow those tears to self-disclose what's really bothering us and talk about it.
I got my boys, thank goodness. You know, even then sometimes I just shut them out because I get scared again. But I need that support. I need for them to say, "Come on, Mom, let's go to a sweat."
My mom today, she found a way through all the pain, the atrocities. She has found a way to find some sort of balance within her life.
Now it's my turn. You know, she had took care of me in the beginning. Now I take care of her. You know,
my relationship that I have with my mother is the relationship that I've always dreamed of today.
Everybody found their place in here. We all found our place, what we do in here. And I think I found that. I found my spot.